Hello everyone, this is Hakaym and welcome back to another episode of World of Warships, and today we are taking a look at the Tier 5 Nicholas. I know that recently the German destroyers came out. Actually, I made a live stream the other day. Hopefully you guys did catch it. If you did not, it is currently down below. I'll go ahead and add a link to it. Now, I did have some issues with my internet. We were having slight lag, so their video does display some jumping, and I do highly apologize for that. It is unfortunate, but not much I could really do. I am going to try to rectify the situation so this does not happen in further live streams, but if you do want to see my first two looks at the German destroyers, go ahead and drop down. But anyways, we are going to talk about the Tier 5. Now, I know the Tier 5 US destroyer has been around for a while, and I know a lot of people have either played it or have seen videos on it. But this is my first time actually experiencing the US destroyer line, so I thought I might as well go ahead and show off the Nicholas that I recently just got. Well, semi-recently. I've had her for a little while. So anyway, starting off, survivability, you start with 12,000 hit points. The Minikaze is a little bit less. It has about 10,900, but obviously the main benefit of the US destroyer line is going to be the guns. The guns are pretty good. You have 5 single 127 millimeters. They have a 5.9 second reload due to the fact of my captain does have basics firing training, which does increase the rate of fire. Turn time on the guns is 10 seconds, which is very quick. HE damage is around 1,800, and chance of fire is 4.5%. 4.5% chance due to the fact that I do have a flag on there. So very low fire chance. And I am still debating whether or not I will be going for Demolition Expert or AFT, which will improve the range of the guns. Now, AP damage is 2,200. Not very often you use AP, but it's there. Range is 10.9 kilometers. I don't believe I have her upgraded. No, there's actually hardly any upgrades for the Nicholas, which is actually really surprising, but we'll talk about that in a second. So that's all taken care of. Torpedoes, you have 4 torpedo sets, triple each, and they are 2 on the starboard, 2 on the port, and a range of 5.5 kilometers with a 56 knot speed. Now, reload time is 66 seconds, and detection of those torpedoes in water is 1.1 kilometers, which is actually really nice because it allows them to get close before being detected. Actually, I'm curious what the Minikaze is. Let's take a look. 1.2, so very similar to the Minikaze's torpedoes, but the U.S. destroyer will keep the kind of stealthiness of their torpedoes in the later tiers. Now, AA defense is not really much to speak of, but once again, the U.S. destroyer line does get much higher rate of AA guns. Unfortunately, the German destroyer line will actually get far superior AA guns, but still pretty nice. You will eventually get the AA Madness consumable. And in maneuverability, she's fairly quick, 37 knots, with a turning circle radius of 600 meters and a rudder shift time of 4 seconds. So she's very nimble, very quick and easy to use, and it's fun. Now, concealment is 6.5 kilometers. My captain is actually, I believe, a, let's see, 3, 5, 8-point captain. Now, obviously, I did go for Last Stand, and I do have basics firing training as well as Expert Marksman, which will increase the rate of your turn time on your guns, so it does definitely help. And then Superintendent, which would give you the extra smoke. Like I said, you can either opt for Demolition Expert if your captain, your captain probably won't be up this high, but it might. Now, you can either go for Demolition Expert, which increases the fire chance by 3%, which U.S. destroyers guns do not have a very high fire percent chance, or you can go for Advanced Firing Training, which will boost your range to plus 20%. So that would give me additional 2 kilometers if I had that 4-point captain on my Nicholas. So that is something definitely to keep in mind because it is very beneficial. Now, like I was saying, she only has one upgrade offered to her, and that is the B-hole. And what this does is you lose a turret, but you get increased AA mounts. I'm not a big fan of losing turrets. I'm just not. I rather be able to try to dodge dive bombers incoming. That's generally how I play. So I probably will not be getting this hull. I rather have the additional gun. Now, granted, you do get 1,100 points of health, which, yeah, it's beneficial, but most times you can survive without it. Although, most times whenever I ran into this, it's usually been Japanese destroyers, and they don't always rely on shooting. So, I don't know. We'll see. Because, like I said, I don't like losing the main gun, but having that additional health. Now, as far as main upgrades to it, you can get main armaments modification 1. That's probably what I'll do. Aiming systems mod 1, and then eventually Damcom mod 1 as well. I've yet to do it because I think I'm going to be able to get through the Nicholas fairly quickly. I'll probably get it for the Farragut, but we'll see how it goes. Anyways, this is actually going to be it. So we'll go ahead and jump into the replay. I will see you guys there. Alright everyone, welcome back to a replay in the Nicholas, and we are currently playing on the Fault Line map, and we have a Bogue, 2 Texas, Congo, 2 Nikolai, the first, Omaha, Emerald, Phoenix, a Nicholas, T-22, and a V-170. And on the enemy team, there is a Bogue, a Texas, a Koenig, Congo, Wyoming, Arkansas, Beta, Omaha, Emerald, 2 Nicholas, and 2 V-170s. So, German destroyers are very plentiful right now, and this is kind of to be expected, but it's not as bad as it was with German battleships. Now, the Nicholas, it's actually a really good ship. I do have fun in the Nicholas whenever my internet actually works. I have been having issues with my internet at the moment. So currently moving south, and we are gonna move to A, but I don't want to take the direct path just in case one of the enemy destroyers does move to A. I want to be able to surprise them and see if I can actually knock him out early in the match. And this will prove interesting, to say the very least. So we are being followed by one of the German destroyers, but it looks like he's actually probably going to move to B. And at least we have a Omaha and a Texas. And keep an eye on this Texas. It's the closest battleship to us that's heading towards A. Now, we do see a enemy battleship that does pop up just south of A, but he's not alone. And we can see there are dive bombers incoming. And I make a silly mistake. I forget to turn off my A defense. Now, the A defense is only 3 kilometers, which is actually your same range as when you are detected by enemy planes. I do slow up because it looks like he'll be able to miss me, but he goes right very close to my ship, so I am spotted. And I realize my mistake. I'm like, oh crap, need to get the A off. Bad idea. So the enemy team, if they were paying attention, will know that there is a Nicholas that is close to A and was heading in this direction. And for a second there, we actually do see a enemy cruiser. Don't know what it is right now. And we do have the Omaha. He's definitely being very aggressive. He is pushing in, and there is the enemy Emerald. I did tell the Omaha to slow up so I could smoke, but this Emerald's way too close. And I do switch over to AP, thinking I could actually penetrate this armor. Nope. Even at this distance, I'm actually having trouble penetrating this armor. I got a few over penetration, but most of it was due to the fact that they just broke. So I switched back over to AP or HE and dropped off 2 of my starboard torpedoes. But watch this. Boom. And the Emerald's dead. The Emerald goes down basically to the Omaha, but the majority of the health went down from the Texas. The Texas actually did the majority of the damage right there, but the Omaha was able to finish him off. Now, the Texas is actually currently by himself, and I do slow up just so I can get the experience from capturing base, which you definitely want to do if you're trying to train up your captain and ship, because you get a lot of experience. Now, the Nicholas only has a 5.5 kilometer on the torpedoes, and that means we have to be a little bit close, and I feel kind of daring right now. I feel like I should be able to take on this Texas. His back guns are actually turning around. And any moment now, we do catch a fire, which is actually really nice. He's probably going to fire on us. Let's hope he misses. And here comes. Ooh, split right between us. Very nice. Now, this Texas captain is a smart captain. He's going to be paying attention to how I'm going to be angling my ship, because I can only get my torpedoes off if I give more broadside. So if he's paying attention, he'll be able to kind of estimate where my torpedoes are going to be fired. So he is watching, and you can see any moment now when I do fire my torpedoes, he's going to actually try to switch directions. And he's a smart Texas captain. I do turn at the wrong time. I'm trying to outprotect him. I fire to the left of him, but he's probably come to realize that there are probably going to be torpedoes incoming, and he's actually going to start swiveling back the other direction. It looks like he was actually able to dodge that. This is one nice thing about these low-tier battleships, is they have very good maneuverability, but I don't think he's going to be able to dodge these. We are 1 kilometer away from this Texas, and it's just way too close. He does get a fairly decent hit on us, and we do have a enemy Nicholas pounding away on us, so I do pop smoke, but we get our first kill. Very, very nice. And now this Nicholas has a Omaha to deal with, plus a Nicholas firing in on him as well. Let's see if we can get another kill for the game. That would be nice. Very low on health, and we kill him due to fire. Fantastic. Now, the Omaha probably should have been paying attention, because the Nicholas was showing him broadside. And in a second now, the Yep, there's the Nicholas torpedoes, takes out the friendly Omaha. He was doing really good, but unfortunately he does go down to the enemy torpedoes. Now, if you can see in chat, there are new medals that are going around. One is aiming too much effort, and I honestly don't know how you get this. I'm trying to think, but you do get rewards. It's very similar to what they did previously, where they gave away medals for unknown reasons. You kind of had to figure them out as to why, but this time you actually get rewards for them, and it can be very beneficial. I believe there's one that gives over 2 million credits if you get it. I unfortunately don't quite remember what it is, but I'm hoping to get it, because I definitely would love to get the credits. Now, our team is having a little bit issue with the enemy destroyer. The enemy destroyer is actually on, I believe, 2 kills. Yes, he is. And we are behind a ship, but fortunately we have 2 caps. Now, I am currently going after the enemy Bogue, and I'm going to try to get as close as I can to the ship, because the Bogue, it's still not a fast ship, and he still has at least torpedo planes and maybe even dive bombers. I don't think he has dive bombers, because I don't think I saw him at all. But if you can look at the map, I'll go ahead and upsize the map. There's a destroyer currently taking on one of the enemy battleships. I believe it is our T-22, who's taking on the Koenig at the moment. I believe that's who it is. Actually, let's quickly take a look. Yep, the Koenig does take out the T-22, but one of our Texas did take out the enemy Koenig, so very, very nice. Now, the enemy team does have good control over the center, but they do not have as many caps as we do. Now, this Bogue is starting to come in range. He's well within range now, but I'm just going to wait a little bit longer just so I can get all guns on point because I want to get him on fire. If I can get him on fire, that means he's gonna not be able to take off any planes. And I don't want him to come after me when I'm trying to take him down. And I'm gonna try to move as far south as I can, so the friendly ships on his team do not open fire, because I am low on health. I'm only sitting at 1,417. Now, what some captains might try to do is a torp run. And like I said, I'm only sitting at 1,417 points of health. And I don't think it's worth trying to rush in there and dodge his secondaries to try to get a torp run. So I'm just going to rely on my guns, because we did get another fire. He can't get rid of it, and he's just going to burn to death and melt away due to our fire. Now, little side note, I was in my, I believe it was the G101, the German destroyer, and I was watching, oh look, we got a Citadel. That's very nice. I unfortunately died, but our team was winning. And I was just watching these destroyers, these other G101s, sitting like, I think it was like 4 or 5 kilometers away from each other, trying to torp each other. Not using their guns, just trying to torp each other. That's all they were doing. I was like, why? Just shoot them. Oh well. Anyway, the Bogue is actually going to go down. I'm actually going to try to turn in. I am severely out of position. We lost, I believe, another battleship. So all we have left is the friendly Texas out east and the friendly Texas out west. Now, the enemy destroyer is currently trying to go after our friendly Texas, better to say. But we'll see how this goes. Now, unfortunately, there's not going to be much I'm going to be able to really help with the team, because I'm severely out of the way. I'm nowhere near to actually provide support. But essentially, when it comes down to it, you can actually sometimes rely on your team. Don't always have to rely on yourself. Your team can actually do decently. Now, the friendly Texas out east took out the Arkansas Beta, but at the exact same time, the Arkansas Beta took out the friendly Texas. So that's good. Now that's all that's left on the enemy team is the Congo and the enemy destroyer. And I'm hoping to get a line of sight on that Congo, see if I can melt him down. And yeah, the friendly CV is considering this one of his worst game, and I'm thinking he's doing all right. He's doing great. Playing CV is actually very difficult and not the easiest thing in the world, but he's doing pretty well. So my thoughts on the Nicholas so far: it's a fun ship. American destroyers, pretty fun. They're very heart pumping, I guess. It really gets the blood flowing whenever you're playing in a US destroyer, because you have to rely on your wits, you have to rely on your aim and maneuvering and all this. Not saying that the Russian or the Japanese, but look, the friendly Texas just took out the enemy Congo while he's still getting chased down by the V-170. And like I said, the friendly Texas, both of them did a fantastic job in this battle. So high praise to both of them. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get both their names. Actually, I can do it right now. V Ambush, and I believe the other one was Seek 3 Destroy. Great job. But other than that, this is actually going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you like what you saw, hit the like and subscribe button. You guys have a great and fantastic day. Zaijian.